What's up, everybody, and welcome to a special holiday episode of the Bubba Cast, the only podcast dedicated to the in-ring career of Mr. Ray Traylor, aka Big Boss Man and Big Bubba Rogers. I'm your co-host Zerpy, and joining me as always is the boss daughter, Lacey Traylor.
Sup, Bubba?
What's up?
How you doing?
Great. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
So yeah, we were thinking about, okay, it is the week of Christmas. Gotta put out like a Christmas themed episode. It just so happens that your dad's latest action figure, the Build-A-Figure of Big Bubba in the NWO shirt, is out right now. That series is, if you can find it at Walmart, it's a Walmart exclusive. I had it pre-ordered from their website, and then I checked it because I was like, "Oh, it's out right now. People are finding it in stores." And I checked my order, and it's like delayed until April. And I was like, no.
Jesus.
So I was like, cancel the order. I'm going to the stores. I'm going to find them. I found all three. I'm still missing the Lex Luger that comes with the Big Bubba legs. But it comes from the action figure. The Build-A-Figure is based on this episode of Nitro, which so happens to be a Christmas episode 2 days before Christmas.
You know, it just worked out so nicely.
Yeah.
Like, how does it line up like that?
So I'm like, that's great. I was hoping to have the figure in hand so I could do a figure photography post for this episode, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I even had Lacey check a Walmart for me yesterday.
Yeah, Zerpy was at all the Walmarts in the metro Atlanta area after this Lex Luger figure.
I got up at like 7 a.m. yesterday and checked the Villa Rica Walmart, and they did not have any of the Monday Night War ones. But I'm gonna check another, like the next 2 days before the episode goes out. I will check a couple more stores that I've already checked.
And if you do happen to have the Build-A-Figure, post some pictures and tag us in it over on Instagram.
Oh, definitely. I love to see everyone's figure photography. I like to see the Bubba figures, what you do with them, how you display them, how you pose them. Always cool. So yeah, we not many other Bubbas that we're missing here. They've done the rare chase of the boss. I got you that one. You let me photograph your Ultimate Edition Big Boss Man. From the Coliseum collection. So we've got a few of them in the blue. We got a re-release of the Attitude Era one recently.
Yep.
Now we've got we've got the original Bubba from the when he won the title from One Man Gang. We've got all the Bubbas.
Wow.
We need I think Dungeon of Doom Big Bubba, which is the Big Bubba just before he joined the NWO. Right. It just has the cutoff sleeves. It's just what was it? Big Bubba, no problems.
Big Bubba, no trouble.
Yeah,
Big Bubba, no trouble.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
We need that one.
Like, the only one they haven't done, correct me, maybe the Guardian Angel and Ray Traylor.
That's true.
I don't know if they would ever do that, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. But, so just a few. It's always cool to see another Big Bubba figure out there. So, let's go ahead and jump into the action. We are covering WCW Monday Nitro from December 23rd, 1996. And just on the last episode we recorded, we were doing Nitro from 1996. We were at the beginning of 96. Yep. Now we're at the very end. This is the go-home show to WCW Starrcade 1996. Their big pay-per-view to close out the year. It's kind of their WrestleMania they do at the end of the year. It's a big show for them. Tony Schiavone welcomes us in with this quote, "Happy holidays and season's beatings from World Championship Wrestling."
That's good.
He's just in the Christmas spirit. The commentary team for the first hour is Tony Schiavone and the living legend Larry Zbyszko. Tony tells us that the show will open with a semifinal match for the U.S. title tournament between Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit. The two had wrestled each other 5 weeks ago, and we see a clip from that match. Eddie went up for a senton from the top rope, but Benoit rolled out of the way. Then Eddie hit a Hurricane Rana into a pin, but Benoit reversed the pin into a pin of his own, and he got the 3 count, and he gets the win, and he walks away with Woman.
Oh, snap.
Woman, who is currently married to Kevin Sullivan at this time. And so this was one of those times where storyline led to real world things going on here.
The lore of all of this.
Yeah. Watching this is kind of a, okay.
Yeah. It's like a punch to the gut.
Yeah, exactly.
For half a second. It's like, wow.
But we're going to jump into that first match. Match number 1, Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero in the U.S. title tournament. Chris Benoit is making his way out, and you can already see Eddie Guerrero coming out from behind him which I thought was going to just be a sneak attack. Like Eddie's going to come out and attack Chris Benoit, but I think they're just rushing the entrances. Yeah. They're like, just get out there too. So
like, hurry up.
And then like his music just, abruptly starts, and I think it was just dubbed over anyway. I don't think they even had music when they were coming out. If you listen to like the live crowd, it doesn't sound like it's playing there. So Eddie and Benoit proceed to put on a wrestling clinic in the ring. Of course, these two know each other so well. Yeah. They have countless amazing matches against each other. So truly, they know how to really dance, keep the crowd on their feet.
They know how to dance.
They're perfect dance partners. And then the match is interrupted by picture-in-picture promo from the Taskmaster, Kevin Sullivan. I hated when WWF used to do this. Yeah. They did it all the time during the New Generation. Now WCW is doing it here. Don't interrupt a match with a promo.
Yeah, and it just pops up slowly from like the corners, like,
it's like, stop it. Like that. WWF was really bad about it because they would just squish the other match, the match that's going on, and so it's like, it's still like, they didn't know how to like, put it in vertical video mode. That was before vertical video, so they just squished it all. And it's like, why is everyone all stretched out? So, Taskmaster says, "Are you an assassin or are you an errand boy? I thought you were a horseman. You said you've beat the ultimate chess player at chess. You've just awoken something in me, Benoit. You took my queen. You just fell into my ultimate trap, Benoit. As great Genghis Khan said to his brother as he cut off his head, you have awoken something that you should have left alone. Benoit, you and I, checkmate." Oh. So, of course, he's pissed off at Benoit for taking his woman.
Got a good reason to be mad.
I believe it was Kevin Sullivan who once said when people were asking about, like, doing a storyline that involves your spouse. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I did a storyline that involved my wife, and I don't have a wife anymore."
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that, because then, cool. That's what happened here is Nancy and Benoit.
Yeah, honey, go pretend to be this hotter guy's husband.
So they actually had to, like, travel together on the road, and, of course, then they fell for each other. And it's like, that's shitty. Like, but then, hey, maybe you weren't in a very trusting marriage anyway, but I cannot...
when personalities like that, it gets, it's nuanced.
Especially when there's a lot of egos going on this time in the business. Just everyone's looking for their spot. Everyone is ready to stab someone else.
And everybody's horny, guys.
And everyone's horny on the road together. So back to the match, and the crowd suddenly gets up on their feet, and they turn their attention to the entrance ramp because Diamond Dallas Page is coming out. He's wearing a Three Stooges t-shirt with a fanny pack, and he's smoking a cigar.
The hair's looking fabulous.
Oh, yeah. DDP beelines it over to the commentary booth with Shivani and Zbyszko. He joins commentary for the match. Zbyszko points at at the Three Stooges on DDP's shirt, and he says, "Hogan, Bischoff, and DiBiase." DDP says, "Whatever." DDP, okay. He's got an attitude.
Whatever.
Wow, he's so cool. DDP says he's come out here to look at the competition because he's already made it to the finals in the tournament. He wants to get a close look at who he will have to face at Starrcade on Sunday. Zbyszko says that emotional control is something that the Guerreros have a problem with. When you lose your head, you lose control. DDP says, without a doubt, it's called Guerreroism. It's in all of them, from Chavo, Mondo, Zeppo, hilarious. Harpo, all of them.
That's hilarious.
Just naming vaudeville comedians here at this point. Both men are evenly matched throughout this opening bout. Benoit gets so frustrated at one point that he has not been able to dominate Guerrero in the match that he grabs him by the hair and starts yelling in his face, "Do you know who you're messing with?" And he just slaps Eddie in the face. Benoit powerbombs Eddie and goes for a cover, but Guerrero kicks out at 2. Benoit Irish whips Guerrero, but Guerrero reverses it and catches Benoit in the rebound with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
It looked amazing.
Then he climbs up to the top turnbuckle, but he's cut off by Benoit, who superplexes Guerrero, and both men are down in the middle of the ring. Benoit crawls over to Eddie, but only gets a 2 count. Again.
Aww.
So Benoit hangs Guerrero out to dry with a front suplex over the top rope. He then tries to pin Guerrero next to the ropes, and he hangs on to the rope for leverage, but referee Randy Anderson sees it and he breaks up the pin. Benoit sits Guerrero up on the top turnbuckle, climbs up. It looks like he might go for a back superplex. But Randy Anderson, this referee, the gall of this referee, he just decides, I'm going to climb up on the second rope with you and just tap you on the shoulder going, no, don't do this. And so Yeah, he just turns around and Benoit's like, what the fuck are you doing? He just pushes Randy Anderson off there. The ref takes a bump, but this has given Eddie enough time to fight back, so he elbows Benoit, who falls down into the ring. Guerrero then hits a spinning body splash onto Benoit, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, and continuing on to the finals to face DDP at Starrcade, is Eddie Guerrero.
Woo!
So, yeah.
Oh, my God.
The referee just getting involved. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Get off the ropes.
Come on. This isn't about you.
The referees in this this whole show.
Yeah, they're
are
very
really funny.
involved.
Yeah, I love them. Because we're going to talk about Nick Patrick a little bit later.
I almost called him up on the way over here.
Him and your dad were having a good time. I could tell. They were just fucking with each other.
That was a fun match. I know we'll get to it, but I loved it.
So Eddie talks into the camera after the match. He says, Diamond Dallas, you and me, baby. This is personal. DDP, who's still in commentary, responds. He says, Burrito Boy, I got 2 words for you. Diamond Cutter. Bang. Well, that's 3 words. And
that's 3 words.
Kind of like
kind of a little bit. Is that a microaggression?
Yeah, I think so. Tony Schiavone throws to Mean Gene Okerlund, who is at the entrance ramp. Mean Gene brings out the Four Horsemen. Out comes Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Chris Benoit, Steve Mongo McMichael, and Deborah McMichael. Gene says, Arn Anderson, we vividly recall last week you taking a real shellacking at the hands of Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster, when one-on-one. Many say this should have been Benoit's match, but you were there instead of Benoit. Right now, your thoughts regarding that subject. So Arn's got some things to say to Benoit. Off. He says, a focused Chris Benoit would have never lost that match, but that's another story. You ask any man in this audience what his worst nightmare is, he'll tell you it's coming home from a hard day's work, opening that front door, walking in and seeing some other man sitting on the couch with his woman. But there's one that goes worse than that. That's being the man sitting on the couch when that door gets kicked open and that husband or boyfriend comes flying in the door and you see that rage in his eyes because you know no matter what that man does to you, no matter how severe, you deserve it. Well, last week I saw that rage in a man's eyes and I smelled it on his breath. And every time Sullivan popped me with one of those fists in the face, I knew somebody deserved it. And Chris Benoit, that somebody is you. I took that beating for you last week because I'm a horseman. You're a horseman. Flair's a horseman. He points at Mongo. Benoit, Deborah. He's like, I forget who I'm talking to here. They're all horsemen. They're all horsemen, and we've made a pact. But just like she wasn't here last week to witness that beating that I feel is her fault, by God, why wasn't she here this week? And then Deborah interrupts. Do you want to take this Deborah promo here?
Arn, enough of that little creature. I mean, we are sick and tired of hearing woman this and woman that. And let me tell you, I am the beautiful one here, and people only want to hear and look at me. And you know, Chris, honey, you know, the next time you want to have an affair, you need to let me know, because I have plenty of beautiful girlfriends that I met at this Crimson Tide pageant.
She points to the sash that she's wearing that reads Crimson Tide Queen.
That would just love to go out with you. And I mean, well, they're not as pretty as I am because I did win the pageant anyway. But Chris, honey, you are Four Horsemen and you do not deserve damaged goods.
Benoit grabs the mic. He says, Arn Anderson, first of all, woman is tending to horseman business right at this moment. What?
Well, then why doesn't anyone know what she's doing?
Yeah, she's not in the group. What business? Why are you leaving business up to her? She's not part of the horsemen. Like, what are you doing? He goes, second of all, I don't appreciate all the unjust allegations of all this partying and infidelities and all that. Woman and I were over in Germany for a purpose. We spent days, 18-hour days, having meetings talking about horsemen and how they're coming apart at the seams. What are you talking? You took meetings in Germany.
What were they in Germany for?
Meetings about the downfall of the horsemen on your own? What?
And in Germany.
In Germany. What are you talking about? None of this makes sense. And you know, he probably was. They sent him over to Germany to wrestle for some promotions, I'm sure.
Okay.
And they probably, to keep kayfabe up, they probably sent Nancy with him.
Oh.
And then something developed.
Nothing says romance like Germany.
Like, they legit did that. Anyway. So, yeah, we were taking 18-hour day meetings talking about the horsemen. He goes, and the horsemen bring them back to what they're supposed to be, and that's for you, Deborah. And Steve McMichael says, just a minute. Benoit puts his hand up to Michael, and he says, to Michaels. He says, talk to the hand because the man just don't understand. Like, what?
That is sassy.
He said, first of all, Deborah, and then Mongo grabs the mic from Benoit. Mongo goes, take 2 steps back, my friend. What'd she call you, her stallion? Well, you need to put that bit back in those teeth and get that mouth shut when you are dressing this woman, because that's my woman, son. And when you're talking to her like that, you're walking on the fighting side of me.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Some contempt in the Horsemen.
They are falling apart. And then finally, Flair speaks up. He takes the mic. Flair's just doing his own thing right now. He's in his own world. And so Flair just goes, woo, Mean Gene, Horsemen, it is 2 days before the Yuletide. I've come down to reunite and party all night long. And God only knows that living with the devil for 10 years, woman, oh woman, won't you marry me, now deserves a weekend with Benoit. And then Flair just starts doing his strut.
Yep.
And then, Mean Gene, the Horsemen are alive, woo, and well. And Deborah, I've never seen you. He gets down on one knee and kisses Deborah's hand. And you, brother, he points to someone in the crowd. He goes, you just dream about it. Woo! Like, he started several thoughts and didn't finish any of them. And then he struts back up at the ramp into the back, and that was it.
Yeah, he's the Riz master.
He just came in, he's like, wow, tensions are high. You know what? I'm going to turn on the flare. Woo! Here we go! We're partying! It's like, okay, I guess everything's fine now.
Yeah, broke the tension.
So Gene says, thank you, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. There seems to be a lot of turmoil, but I've covered the Horsemen for a real long time, and it sometimes seems that they react better in times like this, in these circumstances. Gene throws to commercial, and we come back from break, and Hollywood Hogan, along with Vincent, Ted DiBiase, and Miss Elizabeth are coming out to their ring. This is a weird time in WCW.
It is a weird time.
Because there's 3 factions in WCW right now. They're all bad guys. It's the Dungeon of Doom, the Four Horsemen, and now the NWO.
It's the anti-hero era.
And then anyone who's not in any of those 3 factions, they are just lumped in with WCW. They're Team WCW if they're just by themselves. If you're independent, you're just Team WCW.
Yeah.
So, so we've got the NWO coming out here. And Hollywood Hogan, it should be noted, is the World Heavyweight Champion at this time. And he has his belt tagged with the NWO letters. And Ted DiBiase, he's on the mic first. And when they get in the ring, he says, put those spotlights on Hollywood Hogan and give the true icon of professional wrestling the respect he deserves, and shut up and listen, because Hollywood has got something to say. Shivani says, he doesn't deserve respect because he doesn't respect our sport. Zbyszko says, oh, he can rip up a shirt.
Yeah.
A t-shirt.
Look at that.
Hey, look at that. Big, impressive guy. Hogan. Okay, now, Hogan, dude. I can tell you right now before we get into this promo from Hogan, Hogan did not prepare any of this. Hogan, just said, I'm going to go out there and wing it, dude. Like, Jack, brother.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything planned for this. He just knows, okay, I'm facing Roddy Piper at Starrcade, so I got to cut a promo on Piper to sell the pay-per-view.
Right.
That's it. Also, I want to be known, of course, I know his name is Rowdy Roddy Piper. Hogan does not know his name is Rowdy Roddy Piper. He thinks his name is Roddy Piper. Yeah. I will say it exactly how Hogan says it throughout this promo. I just want you to be aware. I know his name. Oh my God. So here we go. Hogan. Yo, dudes. It's time for Hollywood, guys. Hey, I can smell Piper Mania running ragged. Where's Piper? Hey, I'll tell you where Piper's at. He's hiding in the deepest, darkest hole he can find. You know, I tell you, man, I thought Piper might be the last one, the last of the men's men to come out here and take a whooping like he should. Is that Piper? Is that Piper out there? Roddy! Piper? No. You don't get it. You just don't get it. Piper is afraid of Hollywood. Hogan then walks over to Miss Elizabeth and points to his cheek, so she gives him a kiss. Hogan says, you see, everything's going my way. I was out in LA the other day. Man, Kathy Malatesta, the head of Warner Brothers International, she said, you're the star of the whole network. I said, wrong. I'm the star of the NWO. Piper, you won't see him anymore, brother, because the only way I can say it is when you're the greatest wrestler in the history of this sport, you don't get it, do you? 100 years from now, in the history books, when your kids look at Abe Lincoln, when they look at George Washington, when they look at wrestling, they're going to see Roddy Piper. Not. So right there, I can tell you he did not mean to say Roddy Piper there. He meant to say Hulk Hogan. He forgot what point he was trying to make, so then he turned it into a not joke in 1996. Not. When they look at wrestling, they're going to see Hollywood Hulk Hogan. The man that made wrestling what it is today. The man that took over the Turner Empire. The man that founded the NWO. The man that scared the skirt right off Roddy Piper. Shivani tells us that Piper is not here tonight, and Hogan knows this. Hogan continues, all you kids out there, all you people that aren't with the NWO for life, Roddy Piper is already hiding. Roddy Piper doesn't have enough guts to come out here and take a beating like he should. You know something? As we go into this next millennium, as we go into this next world of the NWO skyrocketing towards the clouds, you finally have to take it, swallow it, and eat it, and believe it. That there is a pecking order in the world of professional wrestling. And people like the Macho Man in his wheelchair.
Oh my God.
I got your wife, Macho Man. Ooh, Hogan, no. He's less than your eyes. Hey, people like Flair, the stupid little man, and especially cowards like Roddy Piper that wear a skirt are way down the pecking order because Hollywood Hogan is the man that made you people believe wrestling, watch wrestling, and put the NWO on top of the world. Piper, you're the biggest coward I've ever seen. You make me sick. You're not even man enough to wear that skirt. Hawk Tua, you got spit on that thing. It's time we He turns to DiBiase, says, it's time we entertain them, Trillionaire Ted, and I don't mean with her, and points over to Miss Elizabeth, and I don't know what that meant.
He really did Hawk Tua.
He said Hawk Tua.
He was the original Hawk Tua.
The original Hawk Tua in 1996. Hogan said Hawk Tua in a promo. And then Hogan poses in the ring a bunch, and we go to commercial break. What the fuck was that promo? Dude. That didn't make any sense. He was just blabbering on. Wait, he's name dropping like presidents of Warner Brothers,
Abe Lincoln, George Washington.
Go down the history books, and when they look up pro wrestling, they're gonna see Roddy Piper. I mean, wait, no, they're gonna see Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
like you idiot.
Not.
Oh my!
And then those not jokes were going crazy after this.
And it's one thing to listen to this, like watch the promo, but I had to sit there and write it down word for word, and I'm like, no, none of this makes any sense. He's not really saying anything. But it's time to get back to some actual wrestling. So it's match number 2. It's Tombstone versus Lex Luger. Tombstone comes out, and I'm like, hey, I know that guy. Yeah, that's 911 from ECW. I've never seen him.
That's
I didn't know he was in WCW. He wrestled as Tombstone for a little bit, I guess. But yeah, I recognize him from ECW as 911.
911.
So while Luger is wrestling Tombstone here, commentary is talking about Luger's longtime friend Sting. They believe that Sting has joined forces with the NWO because during the big brawl in the ring that closed out Nitro last week, Sting did not attack any members of the NWO, but he did fight members of WCW. So we will see more about that later because we actually see footage. Tombstone is manhandling Luger, but Luger sees his opening to make a comeback when he's able to get his boot up and block a charging Tombstone in the corner. Luger follows up with 2 clotheslines, followed by his patented bionic forearm. Yep. That surgically repaired forearm it's got like a steel bar in it.
Right.
Then Luger signals for the torture rack. He gets Tombstone up in the rack, and Tombstone gives up. The ref calls for the bell. Your winner, Lex Luger. But Luger's keeping Tombstone up in that rack.
Yeah, this was actually a good match for him.
It was quick.
But he was moving around.
Yeah, and it showed because he's got to face the Giant at Starrcade. This week in 6 days. Whew. So put him up against a big man. Right. It shows I can get him up in the rack. Look, I can do it. And then to further prove he can get the Giant up in the rack, he literally does right here. He turns around. He finally releases Tombstone from the rack. Mm-hmm. Turns around. Giant has come into the ring wearing the standard NWO street uniform, which is NWO t-shirt tucked into
leather pants
or jeans.
Yeah, jeans
that they are all wearing. And then right away, Luger puts the Giant up in the rack. And then Hall and Nash, both in the NWO uniform as well, come in and chase Luger off to the back. So, yeah, we're ready to see Luger versus the Giant. He's going to rack him up. So, back from break, and commentary presents a clip from Nitro last week where Bogus Sting and Real Sting came out, and they got in the ring, and they stared down the Steiner brothers. Real Sting tossed his bat over to Rick Steiner, and then both Stings turned their backs to the Steiners, giving them an opportunity to attack. But before they could do anything, Real Sting grabs Bonus Sting and drops him with the Scorpion Death Drop. Shit. And then I like Rick just tossed the bat back to Sting, and he catches it and just walks away. It's like, hell
that was sick.
So I don't know why anyone would think that these two are on the same side, NWO Sting and Real Sting. But commentary loves to just... First of all, they'd love to not be able to tell the difference between these two Stings where it's very obvious. Like, that's Jeff Farmer, fake Sting.
Dude, there were a lot of kids with the Sting face paint on in this episode. It was great.
I guess they weren't selling the Sting masks yet. Because Sting still has... Sting has, like, the straightforward, like, crow makeup. Here, he doesn't have the squiggly lines.
Right. I was like that's exactly what it was. I was like, wait, this is sad Sting.
This is Crow.
This is Crow Sting.
Yeah, right at the beginning. Yeah, he does not wrestle for another year.
What?
This whole point, he doesn't wrestle another match until Starrcade 1997, a year later. That's when he finally wrestles Hogan.
Okay.
So he goes like a full over a year of just stalking like the NWO. He would attack them, come down from the rafters and stuff. But yeah, he doesn't
Sting's so badass.
Match. Yeah, he's so cool. And like that was the cool. Oh man, they dropped the ball. Starrcade 97, but like such a build up. Like this got everyone to watch. Like holy shit, Sting is like Batman.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what it was like.
Taking them out one by one and everything, like in the video games. At the end of the night, as the Giant Brawl broke out in the ring, and all the wrestlers are running out to the ring and fighting, Sting entered. And he pushed Arn and Bubba away and walked past them.
Yeah.
But Arn grabbed Sting, spun him around, and he started fighting him, and Sting, took out Arn. And then Mongo comes up, and he attacks Sting, and Sting takes him out as well. Then Rey Mysterio does a springboard jump onto Sting's back from the apron, and Sting slams Rey off his back, and then he just leaves the ring.
Yeah.
So it's plain to see that Sting didn't attack any members of the NWO because Arn and Mongo and Ray didn't give him a chance to.
Right.
They just attacked him for no reason. And Zbyszko on commentary thinks this is proof positive that Sting has sided with the NWO. So that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry. Zbyszko, you're an idiot. So it's time for match number 3. It is JL versus Rey Mysterio Jr. And for those who don't know, JL, or sometimes known as Mr. JL, is ECW's Jerry Lynn. What? I got another ECW guy here. Jerry Lynn, ECW Zone and AEW Zone. He is a coach now in AEW. So lots of high-flying action from both these men. At one point in the match, a Hurricane Rana from Mysterio sends JL rolling to the outside. Then Mysterio follows up with a suicide dive onto JL, taking him out at ringside. And when JL gets back up, you can see how dirty the floor is because now he has got a dusty bottom. I was just looking at that. I was like, ooh, he got a dirty bottom. Like, that's dirty floor. JL climbs up to the middle turnbuckle, but before he can hit anything, Mysterio is up, and he springboards from the top rope to JL's shoulders, then spins around on his shoulders and hits a Hurricane Rana from the top rope and pins JL. Your winner, Rey Mysterio Jr. That was fucking cool. I loved when he used to do that move. He'd get up on their shoulders like, like a shoulder ride or whatever. Yeah. But then just spin it around like real quick in one fluid motion, turn to a Hurricane Rana and pin them.
It was amazing.
Like, what the hell? That was cool. That was before like the 619. The 619, he was still he would do the tiger feint kick, but usually he wouldn't.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I was like, Rey Mysterio Jr. I'm like, is that his real? That's his real name? Yeah, okay, that's Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, because his uncle was the original Rey Mysterio.
Right.
So he got Rey Mysterio Jr. And then when he went to WWE, Vince has daddy issues. So he doesn't like Junior in your name, so he made Rey Mysterio.
Poor Vince. Poor little baby.
Because Vince likes to project because he is a junior and he has daddy issues.
Well,
so like,
Junior.
No, I don't like the name Junior. Get out of here. So after the match, Ray walks over to the commentary booth and he tells Shivani that he doesn't think Sting is joining the NWO. He says that's just a rumor. He says that last week He jumped on Sting's back during the brawl at the end of Nitro, and Sting's reaction was totally normal.
Yeah.
Said Sting threw Ray off his back, and he walked away. He didn't attack Ray any further than that. So Ray asked if they could please go ahead and replay the clip from last week so everyone can see that Sting was not trying to hurt Mysterio. And so commentators like, oh yeah, we're trying to find the clip. We'll play it for you. And they go to play the clip, but it's not the clip that he's talking about. It's just because they already played the clip. But it's just a promo package for like a hype package for Sting for Crow Sting. That's it.
Crow Sting.
He's
so fun.
Yeah, I think he just did this weekend. He did his final signing appearance in the Sting makeup. He's not going to do any of the makeup signing. So it's the end of an era, but good for him. His son Steve had a dark match at AEW recently, and everyone's saying that really good, and
this is it.
They expect he's going to get signed if he is not signed already.
Let's just hope he doesn't go to WWE.
Well, I hope that's why AEW needs to just go ahead and while they got him there, sign.
Got him good.
So we come back from commercial break, and now it's the second hour of Nitro, which means Zbyszko is gone. And now Tony Schiavone is joined by Mike Tenay and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
It's Bobby.
We love Bobby. Match number 4. It's time for Glacier versus Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. Ooh. Glacier is coming out carrying a helmet down to the ring with him. And Tenay tells us that this helmet is several hundred years old and has been handed down from master to his top student. And it's priceless to Glacier because of its historical value behind it. Well, I can tell you that absolutely nobody gave a shit about that helmet.
Right.
Because I don't remember him ever doing that, which means he stopped carrying it with him very soon after this. Like,
it didn't
I
hit.
think there's some like, wouldn't this be cool? It's
hit.
like this ancient helmet that you bring with you. It's like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. Like, all right, fine, just leave it at home.
my ancient helmet, guys.
It's like, and it's also another thing where it's like, great, I got to fit this in my luggage while I travel. Thanks. I appreciate you giving me this fucking stupid prop.
Yeah.
So Tenay also tells us that Glacier's father was a cop, and his badge number 126 is engraved in the armor that Glacier wears during his entrance. And Heenan says, you know what that means? 126?
Yeah.
That means he ate 126 donuts in a half hour. I just say,
they were very much like they were talking about like this cop bit, like it's cool.
Yeah, well, somebody invited the cop into the NWO.
Yeah.
I said there's not much to say about this match. Neither of these guys are very good. Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker was a coach at the WCW Power Plant. So yeah, Buddy Lee Parker, no relation to Colonel Rob Parker, by the way.
Yeah, I was like,
will be out here later.
That's who I was thinking of when I saw him pop up.
Different. Yeah, both guys are on the same show. No relation, as far as I know. They both just have Colonel and Sergeant. But anyway, yeah, these guys are just kind of meh. When they fight on the outside, you can actually see 2 mirror discs on the floor, which took me a second to figure out that those were there to reflect the lasers during Glacier's entrance. Glacier hits a spinning round kick that they're calling the cryonic kick, but that's not the cryonic kick that I know. He would eventually use just a super kick as the cryonic kick, so I don't know what the hell this spinning kick is. So after 2 cryonic kicks, Glacier pins Parker for the win. Heenan said, and then as he's posing there, because Glacier always had like one like white contact in his eye, and Heenan goes, he's got that one goofy eye. And Schiavone goes, is that all you could say? A goofy eye?
Yeah.
He goes, no, you just said it too. So what? And we go to commercial break, and we get an ad for the Outsiders merch shirt with Hall and Nash when they would do those little
he's still making the match
promos.
I'm just kidding. He's just always posting his NWO shirt.
Oh yeah, totally. And then
New World Order.
New World Order. The following ad has been paid for by the New World Order. So those little promos and everything. So those are always fun to see from like 96 and 97. We come back, and the tag team of the Amazing French Canadians are coming out with their manager, Colonel Rob Parker, for some reason.
I gotta love a country
country boy with Canadians, French Canadians.
Yeah. I love when they do that bit where it's like they'll get like the Canadians to come and be like, Canada, USA sucks. Yeah. Canada's way better.
Which is like, that was Lance Storm's whole gimmick when he came to WCW, and he changed the US title to the Canadian title. Yeah, the Amazing French Canadians, they were known as the Quebecers in WWF. They are Jacques Rougeau, a.k.a. the Mountie.
Yay!
And Carl Ouellet, better known now
He's
as PCO.
incredible.
So PCO, if you've seen him in TNA and MLW and even Ring of Honor a few years back, he's a guy now who has like a Frankenstein's monster gimmick and everything. Like they electrocute him to like bring him to life.
Okay.
He's a big dude, big old Canadian motherfucker.
Big boy.
So it's time for match number 5: the Amazing French Canadians versus Public Enemy. Public Enemy comes out carrying a table, even though this is not a DQ match, but that is their gimmick. It was their gimmick before it was the Dudley Boys. They even did
everything
the gimmick
originates
in ECW.
from something. Like on the last episode, I think we got the Steiner math origin.
That one, with Hogan's math. So before the match starts, the French Canadians demand that everyone sing the Canadian national anthem. So they start playing the music of the national anthem over the speakers, the loudspeakers there, and they start singing, and they start the first line, the "Oh Canada," and then they sing the next line in French, but Shivani doesn't understand that. He just goes, they don't even know the words. Like, no, they're singing in French, Shivani.
That's good stuff.
So after a few more lines, Public Enemy, they've heard enough, and they try to attack the French Canadians from behind, but the Canadians fight them off with their flags. They have like banners out with them. They fight them off with that, and then they start the national anthem again. But Public Enemy, they have some WCW beanies that they put over the heads of the Canadians and pull them down over their eyes so they can't see. And Colonel Rob Parker just starts stomping on Rocco Rock, who gets tossed out to the ringside by, I'm just going to call him Carl, just PCO. Yeah, PCO. Just because I know him better as PCO. So throughout this whole thing, PCO. And the ref is clearly seeing him stomp him out on the outside, but I don't think he gives a shit. He's just like, whatever. It's just like no one cares about this match. The French Canadians hit what I can only describe as a top rope leg lariat heart attack on Johnny Grunge. It was a cool move.
It was cool.
It was basically like Anvil used to get up in the Hart Foundation. He'd get the guy up like he's going to do a spine buster, and Bret Hart would come off with a clothesline, except for he came off the top rope with a leg clothesline. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And then they do another cool tag team move where Rougeau puts Johnny Grunge in a Boston Crab, and then PCO comes off the top rope with a leg drop. That was fucking cool.
I want to see the amazing French Canadians versus the Steiner brothers.
I'm sure they have, because obviously they were in WCW together, and I think they were probably in WWF together.
Yeah, I bet that's a great match.
I'll look it up. It's probably. I wonder if your dad's on one of those episodes so we can cover it. Not two birds with one stone. The French Canadians take Public Enemy's table and they set it up in the corner across the top ropes. For some reason, I don't understand why they did this, because you just did two top rope moves.
What was the thought?
You don't need a platform to stand on, so they're just using it as a platform in the corner. And because they do this, they end up breaking the table on accident. So they're trying to do Public Enemy's tag team move, which is like assisted senton, but they're from the table. But Rocco Rock is back up on the apron. He starts shaking the table, which makes PCO fall off and miss his senton. But as he jumps off, he breaks the table in half. So, they've just ruined another spot here because now they have a broken table. Public Enemy picks up the table and they just run it into both of the Canadians. And the referee calls for the bell because, of course, this isn't a no DQ match. You can't do that. So why did they even bring the table? I don't know. It was their gimmick. So this is where Public Enemy would do their assisted senton move onto PCO through the table. But since the table's already broken, they just lay the table down on the mat and put PCO on it and just do the move onto him anyway.
Yeah.
Even though the table's broken, but whatever. So your winners by DQ, the Amazing French Canadians.
I'm not mad about it.
No, that's fine. It was a nothing match. It was just there.
And it can't be like an episode without at least one DQ.
Yeah, exactly.
We need at least one DQ.
And a time limit draw.
Yeah.
At least it's not... Look, time limit draws are fine when it's not like supposed to be like the final match at a pay-per-view like of a feud. It's like the definitive, here it comes, and it's just a blurb. Peters out, and it's like, come on. Come on. But it's a go-home show to a pay-per-view, so it's like, you're really going to give them the payoff in 6 days at Starrcade. So that's when I say it's okay. So back from commercial break, and Shivani is recapping how NWO's newest member joined last week. During the brawl at the end of Nitro, Big Bubba came running down to the ring where the Outsiders and the Faces of Fear were brawling. And instead of attacking the Outsiders, he attacked his former teammates in the Dungeon of Doom, the Faces of Fear, and delivering multiple uppercuts to Ming and then hitting him with the Spike Slam, which is the Boss Man Slam. Other members of the Dungeon of Doom, including the Taskmaster, Konnan, and Hugh Morris, joined the brawl, and Bubba fought them off with the help of additional NWO members, the Giant, Six, VK Wall Street, and Buff Bagwell.
Just, no loyalty.
No.
Big
Bubba
isn't gonna
so
go
quick to turn on Dungeon of Doom.
Come on, guy. In his Confederate fucking railroad. Anyway.
Okay. Big Bubba makes his entrance for the next match. It's going to be match number 6, Big Bubba versus Konnan. Dude, and these guys...
They talked a lot in this one. I could hear them speaking.
Really?
Yeah, because he was like, I just love my new shirt.
Oh, that's when he's actually walking out, talking to the camera. So on his way out to the ring, Big Bubba says to the camera, I just love my new shirt. And as he's opening up his long duster to show the NWO shirt. And then Konnan comes out accompanied by Jimmy Hart, the manager for the Dungeon of Doom.
It's Jimmy Hart!
Yeah. It's weird seeing Konnan in this era not part of the NWO, because I think of Konnan more a member of the NWO than Bubba was.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't join the NWO until July of 97. And then, of course, he joins the Wolfpack, the spinoff. So Konnan starts the match as soon as he gets in the ring, charging Bubba, but Bubba drops him with an uppercut.
Nice clean one.
Nick Patrick is the referee in this match, and Nick Patrick is clearly in NWO on NWO's payroll here for this one. Bubba goes to the outside and gets in Jimmy Hart's face, but Konnan crashes into him with a suicide dive to the outside.
It looked cool.
Yeah. Konnan Irish whips Bubba into the ringside steps, then follows up with a drop kick, whipping Bubba's head into the steps. Like, oof.
Yeah.
He sold that really well. And especially like those steel steps, you hear like the loud bang.
Right.
They're like, it's basically mic'd up.
He used to do that, really like if you're walking down the sidewalk and there's like a sign, he would like walk up to it and like make it look like and sound like he just like walked into it. Any sign. It didn't have to be on a sidewalk, but he would do that shit all the time.
Always working, even when there's no crowd around. He's working.
Yeah.
I gotta work my kids. Konnan gets back in the ring, so Nick Patrick starts the 10 count for Bubba, but he's making sure to count very slowly, giving Bubba plenty of time to collect himself and make his way back into the ring. And Konnan knows what's happening. He's like, come on, man.
Right.
Konnan is hitting Bubba with punches, but Nick Patrick grabs Konnan's arm when he winds up for another punch, and this opens him up for a kick from Big Bubba. Like, the ref is straight up just grabbing him now.
Yeah.
Bubba goes for a Hollywood Hogan bandana that he has tied around his boot, and he uses it to choke Konnan while Nick Patrick has his back turned, yelling at Jimmy Hart for no reason.
Jimmy's on the
Oh my! Jimmy is
who's
losing
the good
shit.
guy?
It's
the anti-hero era. There's no good guy at all.
All these factions in WCW right now are just bad guys. They're all heels. Heenan says, I don't want to be one to take sides here, but that Nick Patrick really has a hard job. You got to give him a little slack. Tony Schiavone goes, you lame brain. Heenan goes, you talking to me? Bubba goes, gouges Konnan's eyes and chokes him right in front of Nick Patrick.
It's like he didn't see a thing.
And he gives him a 5 slow count, and Bubba breaks the choke at 4, which was probably more like 10 because it was so slow. Bubba holds onto the ropes for leverage while he chokes Konnan with his boot.
It was really bad.
Nick Patrick is like, oh, come on, man. You can't do that. Come on. And Jimmy Hart's just losing his shit outside like, what are you doing? He's using the ref. Why are you allowing this? He's like,
Jimmy Hart's the good guy in this match.
Jimmy's like, I'm usually cheating. Nothing. You're not letting me get away with anything. This isn't fair. So Bubba covers Konnan's mouth and nose so he can't breathe. He starts yelling, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Bubba goes to rebound off the ropes in front of Jimmy Hart, and he falls on his face as if Jimmy had grabbed his leg, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So Nick Patrick has Jimmy Hart ejected from ringside for interfering.
I can't believe they're making me go out of here.
What? I didn't do nothing. Konnan hits Bubba with 10 punches in the corner, followed by his rolling lariat, followed by a drop kick. Konnan tosses Bubba over the top rope, and Nick Patrick calls for the bell because remember, throwing your opponent over the top rope is a disqualification in WCW.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So much so that I had to look up the rule again because I was like, I thought that ended in like 95 or something.
Because we definitely have covered...
Apparently, that went on until 98.
Ooh.
But they just rarely used it. They only used it when it was convenient.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, all right. So Konnan is pissed. He's staring down Nick Patrick. And then Konnan grabs Nick Patrick by his hair. But Bubba grabs Nick by his legs and drags him out of the ring to save him. And then Bubba cuddles him and like pets him, protects him. He's like,
he jerked that man's feet right out from under him.
Yeah, he's like face planted.
I just wasn't expecting it. Like, and then I saw him, I was like, oh my God, dude. He just grabbed that man's feet out from under him and pulled him out.
Well, this is where Bubba's having fun. He just grabs him, he's like hugging him, and he's like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And Nick Patrick's yelling.
Yeah.
He goes, he grabbed me.
He grabbed me.
He grabbed me. And Bubba's like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to protect you. So your winner by DQ, Big Bubba. Woo! Gets a big win.
Another DQ.
Konnan is talking to the camera. He says, Taskmaster, it ain't over. We'll get Big Bubba. And I just want to point out here that, yeah, man, this guy, he's got his target on Big Bubba because these two had 10 matches against each other between 96 and 98.
Amazing. They're good matches.
Going through just like whenever I'm looking for matches to cover on this podcast and I'm going through Cage Match, I'm just looking, I was like, man, these guys were just going up and down the road traveling and wrestling each other. Konnan and Big Bubba. So, yeah, man, for like 2 years, they were married to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Back from break, and as every week, Lee Marshall calls in with his road report.
Yeah.
The idea of this segment is that Lee Marshall, former AWA commentator and the voice of Tony the Tiger, they're great.
Amazing.
He would travel ahead to the town that Nitro will be at next week, which is like, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. Like, so he calls from that town. He's like, yeah, I'm in Nashville.
He's being an influencer.
But it's like, clearly he didn't travel, but I still don't accept the premise because that's a stupid premise. I traveled to Nashville and I talked to people who were just, I guess, waiting at the arena for next week's show. Like, no, that's not how that works.
There are people lined up out the door for a whole week.
So they're buying tickets here in Nashville. Like, no shit. Yeah. Why are you there? Get over here. Why are you... You're in the wrong place. I just imagine that, like, he's just a week ahead of everyone. He just keeps like, I went to the wrong place again. I went to the place we're going to be in next week. Oh, well, I'll call in.
They're great.
They're great. So, yeah, it's a dumb concept. I do not accept the premise. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
Match number 7.
Woo!
It's Dean Malenko versus Lord Steven Regal for the television championship.
Okay.
So I want to point out that Dean Malenko is the Cruiserweight champion at this time. Okay. And he will be defending the Cruiserweight title at Starrcade against Ultimo Dragon, who is in his belt collector era at this time. And he currently at this time is holding 10 titles. And so this is going to be a unification match for all of the Cruiserweight titles he has from all around the world. So if Malenko wins, he wins all of Ultimo Dragon's 10 Cruiserweight titles.
That's a lot on the line.
So holy shit. Spoiler alert, he doesn't win. It's like, we're not giving you all those titles. I'm sorry. So this match is a technical masterpiece. Both of these guys are very good at what they do. I just want to say that. Commentary is putting over Starrcade. Shivani says, the 90s is going to be remembered in pro wrestling for one thing, Starrcade, and it's coming up in 6 days. Heenan says, and Starrcade will go into the year 2000 knowing history was made in Nashville, Tennessee. Dude, it's 1996. You're already talking about, we're going into 2000. Like, no, not yet.
But do you remember how excited everyone was for it to be the new millennium? A new millennium.
The Willennium. Get a little jiggy with it.
Yeah.
So, so he says, because I tell you, Roddy Piper is the only man in this sport that Hogan has never defeated. The only man Hogan has never beaten. Like Tanae said earlier, Hogan's getting the Bubbas. He's getting the Wall Streets. He's getting the Chonos. He's getting all these guys. Why? Right before Starrcade, so he can surround himself. Hulk Hogan is terrified, scared. He's a terrified, scared yellow man right now. The camera cuts to the ramp, and Sonny Ono is walking down to the ring with a camera. So Sonny just hangs around the ring for a little while, taking photos until referee Mark Curtis just gets annoyed and makes him leave.
Yeah.
So Sonny Ono is Ultimo Dragon's manager, so I guess he was just out there scouting Malenko for his weaknesses, maybe? I don't know.
Documenting. Yes. I'm documenting.
Yep. So he's just gonna mail these photos overnight to Japan to show Ultimo Dragon. I don't even know if Ultimo Dragon's in Japan right now, but whatever. Regal's in control for much of the match. He's tying Malenko up in hold after hold, smoothly transitioning from one limb to the next Anytime Malenko escapes or reverses something, Regal is able to quickly transition into something else and regain the upper hand. Malenko manages to escape a Boston Crab attempt and slaps the Texas Cloverleaf onto Regal, but Regal makes it to the ropes, causing a break. Shivani mentions that Dean Malenko is giving everything he's got, and Mike Tenay points out that he has to give him everything he's got because there is a 10-minute time limit for the TV title matches. So,
yeah,
foreshadowing. Keep that in mind. Regal sends Malenko into the corner. Malenko uses the ropes to leapfrog over Regal as Regal charges into the corner. German suplex by Malenko, who quickly follows up with a brainbuster on Steven Regal. Malenko goes for the pin, but the bell rings before the ref can even begin to count the pin. Winner by time limit draw, and still WCW Heavyweight Television Champion, Lord Steven Regal. Now, okay, that's fine. Commentary explains, obviously, what we just saw, that this match ended due to a time limit draw because 10-minute time limit.
Right.
They did not tell anybody in the arena that. Even the announcer, when he announces the winner, he just says that Steven Regal retains the title. That's
How could they forget?
So no one knows why. Because if you're sitting there watching, and there was no reaction, if you watch, the crowd is just sitting there going, what?
They
what
didn't
happened?
know.
Because they just go, well, Dean just went to pin him, and then you just ring the bell and said, Regal won. What happened?
Like, y'all, they should have announced it.
All you had to say was, ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended in a time limit draw. Your winner and still WCW World Television Champion, Lord Steven Regal. Hire me, somebody.
Right.
Hire me to be your ring announcer.
Really?
That's all you got to do. So, yeah.
Zerpe would be a fantastic commentator.
Thank you. But yeah, there's no reaction in the crowd because of this. So do a better job, WCW, back in 1996.
Yeah.
Do better. So, okay, we go to break and we get a video package from package selling Starrcade. They hype up Hollywood Hogan versus Roddy Piper, The Outsiders versus the Faces of Fear, and Lex Luger versus the Giant. But we come back and it's time for match number 8. It's going to be Rick Steiner versus Jeff Jarrett. Rick comes out with his brother Scott. Scott is dressed as a leather daddy with a shiny studded weight belt. Like,
gotta love it.
Yeah. Jeff Jarrett comes out on his own. This is before he joined the Four Horsemen and steals Deborah from Steve McMichael.
And then Steve Austin stole Deborah. Yeah. Right? That's the same one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, eventually Jeff Jarrett leaves WCW, goes back to WWF, and then Deborah, a little bit later, joins him over there and is like his manager over there, or valet, or whatever you want to call it. So the crowd starts chanting, "We want Sting," because they're bored.
Yeah. Rick
Steiner is giggling like a madman this whole match. He's just like wrestling him all over the place. Like Gaiman Holtz is just going,
yeah, he's amazing.
Like,
he's
what
so
are you
scary,
doing, dude?
He's so scary.
Weirdo. Rick hits an overhead belly-to-belly suplex on Jarrett, and the fans are all up on the seats looking towards the entrance ramp because Bogus Sting
there he
is making his way down to the ring wearing an NWO shirt, and commentary cannot tell the difference between this Sting and the real Sting, and it drives me crazy. Well, this is Sting, right? No, I think that's the real Sting. Like, come on, dude. It looks nothing like him. Bogus Sting picks Jarrett up and sets him up for the Scorpion Death Drop, but Rick Steiner clotheslines him, and Jarrett sits on Bogus Sting, and the ref counts the pin and declares Jeff Jarrett the winner. What? He wasn't in the match? The match is over now.
It was so fast, and I'm like, we just got started.
I don't know what this was. You can't just, someone interferes in a match and it's like, well, now he's part of the match. Okay, you can pin him if you want. And I like that Rick Steiner didn't break that up. Does that mean Rick Steiner lost this match? Like, dude, you just, because someone else came in and lost it? You can't lose a match for me.
Rick, when he has that head piece on.
Yeah, the headgear. The wrestling headgear.
Imagine Rick Steiner, like, coming at you, like, full force with that headgear on,
barking and laughing.
Yeah, barking and laughing. That's something of nightmares.
Yeah. So this is a weird match, I guess. Shivani still doesn't know which Sting this is. This man is blind. Back from break, and the NWO's music is playing, and Hollywood Hogan comes out to the ring again, but this time he's alone. Hogan gets in the ring, and someone throws a Santa hat at him from the crowd, and it just bounces out of the ring. I just love that. So Hogan's out here to cut yet another promo. Dear God, help us.
He's living.
Well. You know, I told you so, man. I told you so. I just got the Western Union letter from Roddy Piper. And for all you people that believed in the Roddy one, for all you people that thought we might have a war that didn't settle the score, Roddy Piper dropped down to his knees and he verbally wrote Hollywood Hogan. What? He verbally wrote it. Hollywood Hogan.
He verbally wrote it. That's crazy.
Had it special delivered in the back. That, yes, Hogan, you are the icon. Yes. You're a lot greater than I ever dreamed I could ever be.
Is he okay?
No.
Do we need to check his blood pressure?
I think he has a brain worm. He's got one of them brain worms.
He got him for real.
Just then, Roddy Piper's music hits and Eric Bischoff comes walking out dressed as Piper. He's wearing a kilt and a beret and one of those the Hulkamania shirts, the red and yellow shirt under his leather jacket. Schiavone says, "This is sick." Heenan says, "Boy, talk about a Mick loser." Bischoff gets in the ring and cuts a promo as Roddy Piper. Like, he kind of tries to put on a Scottish accent at first.
Yeah.
And then quickly drops it. But then I'm also like, Piper doesn't have a Scottish accent, so what are you doing?
Bischoff loves himself.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So much.
Very much so. That's why he made
He's
himself
so
like
small,
an on-screen guy. Yeah. So Bischoff goes on this promo. He says, "Hogan, just when you thought you knew all the answers, I changed the questions. You know, I did about 180 miles per hour down I-16 right here in Macon when I heard you challenge me in front of all those people. And I came here to tell you one thing. And I came here to tell you one thing that can wait." Wait, what?
And I came here to tell you one thing.
Oh, that's right. I wrote it this way because it didn't make sense what he said. So he says verbatim, "And I came here to tell you one thing then cannot wait until the 29th. So he flubbed his own lines there.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
And then it made me confused because I'm like, what the fuck am I reading? "Hogan, I had no right to be in the ring with you at WrestleMania, and there's no way in the world that I can beat you. I know that. And I also know that I have a family, 6 kids, and a ranch I can barely afford."
What in the ad hominem?
Yeah. "And if you do to me what you do to everybody, I'll never be able to earn another dollar to feed that family. So I'm going to make it real easy on you, Hollywood. Get me a referee out here. We're going to do it right now, right here." So Nick Patrick comes running out to the ring, and Bischoff lays on his back, and Hogan puts his foot on his chest, and Nick Patrick counts the pin. And Hogan says, "You know something for all you Piper fans? That this is the end of Roddy Piper. Sorry." Bischoff says, "And Hogan, I have always been a Hulkamaniac. You are the man." Hogan says, "Who bought you that house for you?" And Bischoff says, "You did." And he's bowing down before him. Hogan says, "Who fed your kids?" Bischoff says, "You did." Hogan says, "Whose coattails did you hang on to?" And Bischoff says, "Yours." And that one's very true for Bischoff. Then we hear drumming in the arena. Where's it coming from? Hark, what is that I hear? Drumming? Little drummer boys coming for Christmas. Then you hear the sound of bagpipes.
Oh, the glorious pipes.
And the camera cuts to an Irish marching band. I'm sorry, a Scottish marching band.
Scottish.
Marching out from the back over by the commentary booth to the ramp. And they're playing Piper's entrance music, which is the Green Hills of Tyrol. The band parts way down the middle, down the entrance ramp. And Roddy Piper comes walking down the line. He is here. What? It's a Christmas miracle. He gets the pop, yes. Roddy gets in the ring, and he's fired up, and he's pissed off. Hogan takes a swing at Piper, and Piper blocks it. They exchange punches back and forth until Big Bubba and VK Wall Street. Oh, your dad had to come in and ruin it.
Freaking bootlegger.
That's your dad. So Bubba and Wall Street, they run down there. They hold Piper in place by his arms so Hogan can beat him. The rest of the NWO join them in the ring. It's Vincent, Scott Norton, The Giant, Buff Bagwell, Six, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall.
All the boys are out.
And then several members of WCW security run
several,
into the ring.
Like 8.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people in that ring right at the end there.
So they're separating Piper and Hogan. They're pulling them apart, and we're out of time.
Yeah. Oh man, don't make us cut it off now.
You're gonna have to tune in for Starrcade.
Dun dun dun.
So that's it for this episode, a Christmas episode. A go-home show for Starrcade 1996. So, big moment for the NWO. They are growing. They just added a new member, and that is Big Bubba. Yeah. So, if you can find the action figure, if you can find the Build-A-Figure at Walmart, so I had to buy figures that I would not want to buy just so I could get the other parts for Big Bubba. I had to buy G.I. Bro Booker T. I don't even remember that character from WCW because I wasn't watching WCW at the time when we had G.I. Bro. So I don't even know what that character is, but I've got an action figure of it now. I also got, what was the other one was Make a Difference Fatu, who was like Rikishi before Rikishi, where they like gave him a gimmick where he was just very positive and he wore bright colors. That was it.
You know what?
So I got that. Make a Difference Fatu. And then The Rock in his kind of corporation era Rock, where he has merch shirt, his button up Brahma Bull shirt, and street clothes. So I'm like, that's a good Rock to have. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, need that Lex Luger, Wolfpack Lex Luger, so I can complete the set. And I do actually. The Lex Luger is the one from the set that I wanted. And of course, the one I can't find.
We're gonna find it.
I'm going to have to keep looking. Hopefully, it would be cool if I could find it before like Tuesday when we put the episode out. That'd be great. You never know.
How many Walmarts haven't you hit yet?
I've hit them all.
Okay.
I will just hit them again just to see. I already hit the one over here Friday morning. I don't know when they restock, get new shipments in, but I guess I'll check tomorrow morning too.
Yeah, I was like telling this one's like a Walmart exclusive, and I was like, I think they have these at Target, and he was like, no,
think you're right. I don't think so. Target has the Legends line.
Oh, where can they find you, Zerpy?
They can find me online at Zerpy_MD on Instagram and Threads. Check out my figure photography on Instagram and just Threads sometimes I will live thread like AEW Dynamite or Collision.
It's good stuff.
Or just talk about whatever on there. And Lacey, where can they find the BubbaCast?
So you can find the BubbaCast at the BubbaCast. Find us on YouTube, Instagram at Big Boss Man WWE. Man, we really appreciate you guys. We're coming up. This is episode 19. Yeah, is it 19 or 20? Wow. I think 19. So almost getting on that year of a BubbaCast. At least it's been a year since it was seeded and in and out 2025 with a bang.
Heck yeah. So I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank everyone for subscribing. Again, if you want to let us know what matches you want to see, what shows or pay-per-views you want us to cover in the future, comment on the YouTube channel. We'd love to read those comments. And while you're there, go ahead and subscribe and give us a like. We do appreciate that. That does help more people see the podcast. And that's it for this week, and that's it for the Christmas season. Everyone have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I just hope you have a great time this year, and we'll see you next time.
See you next year.